Hello YouTube family, welcome to Kingdom and Business with Martin. We want to thank you for working with us in the first season of this Kingdom and Business. I hope you've been learning, I hope you got so much insights, and thank you for those comments. Thank you for the engagement, thank you for those who reached out to us, and I hope you got the help that you needed, and thank you for following us and even engaging other people and letting other people know about Kingdom and Business. And so I want to invite, if you are new here, kindly subscribe and you get to know more about us, and you'll get to know more about Kingdom and Business. And now we want to promise you better things in the coming season 2. There's so much that we put in store for you, and let's engage, let us learn together. More of business, more of kingdom, and more of getting freedom from debt, getting freedom and getting riches and wealth to be a blessing to other people. And so today I want us to talk about one of the biggest challenges that many people have had, and that is debts. I want us to talk about getting freedom from debts. Getting freedom from debts. This is something that has really enslaved many people. Debts, you have debts from many corners, you don't know how to deal with them. And so this is something that I really would love to handle in this episode. Debt being one of the biggest handle in our finances. For many people who have debts, it's something that has really entangled them. It's something that has really taken away our freedom, something that has brought anxiety, especially when you're not able to pay those debts. And so we want to look on the ways to get rid of these debts, or the ways to repay these debts. Because again, if you have taken a debt, you have to repay that debt. And so allow me to engage you on this, and I hope it's going to be a blessing to you, and it's going to give you freedom that you need. I want to anchor this section to 2 Kings 4:7, where Elisha tells the widow to go sell the well to be able to pay the debts. So paying your debts, it's godly. Paying debts, it's what is required of you. The moment you take debt from anyone, this is something that you need to do. You need to repay these debts. You need to be someone of integrity. You need to be someone who is trustworthy. If you have taken a debt from anyone, you need to repay these debts. But now, if the debt has entangled you, if you have taken so many debts, how are you going to get out of it? And I have a few steps to this freedom that I want to share with us. Something that is going to help you get out of that enslavery that you've put yourself in. I'm saying you've put yourself because the moment you're doing these things, the moment you're taking these debts, you're not very sure what's happening. At times you want to make sure that you're meeting a certain need. But at this time, you have taken a debt and then you take another debt. And then the word of God says that anyone who borrows, you become a slave. You become a slave to the person that you borrowed that money from. Now imagine that you borrowed maybe from one bank, you borrowed from a person, you borrowed from maybe an app. And so this means that you are a slave to all these people. You are a slave to the bank, you are a slave to this person, you are a slave to those apps that you borrowed money. And so the only thing for you to get freedom is paying those debts. But now I know people will ask how. And that's why we've put together a few steps. We've put together a few steps on how to get rid of this debt, on how to repay these debts. And so the first step that you need to do, you need to accept that you have these debts and that they are not doing you any good. The first step that you need is to accept that these debts are real. That you have all these debts that you have. You accept the obligation that you have them. And the moment you do that, that's when you're able to move now to the second step. And the second step is listing down all those debts. You list down all the debts from either from the banks, from the mobile app, from friends, from families, from relatives, anyone that you borrowed any money from. You need to list them. You list all of them, all the debts, and this is the second step. First, you accept that you have these debts. The second thing, take a notebook, list down all the debts from bank. It doesn't matter now the criteria, but you need to list all of them. And then the moment you do the third step that you need to take is to arrange these debts with the one of the highest interest accrual. The one that is earning the highest interest is the one that becomes number one. If let's say you borrowed money from the bank, you're getting, let's say at the moment you're getting that loan at maybe 15%. And then you borrowed another one from the app, mobile apps, and then that one is at 10%. And then maybe you borrowed from someone else that is attracting 5%. And then you borrowed maybe from a family member or a relative, and maybe they're generous enough, they're not asking for any interest. So you need to list these debts with the order of priority. First, you list the one for the bank, the one that has maybe the highest interest rate of 15, and then you list the one that has 15, the one with the 10%, and then the one with the 5%, and then the one that doesn't have any interest. This will help you to be able now to get out of debt, because you will engage in paying the one with the highest interest. Because the moment you leave that without paying that money, the interest accrues. There is more to the debt that you borrowed, and so you need to list it in the order of priority, the one with the highest interest, and start paying. So the fourth step that we have is you have two options after listing your debts in the order of priority. Now you have two options, and these two options is this. You start paying the one with the highest interest. At the same time, you talk to those that you owe small debts and arrange with them when you will honor the debts. First, you start paying the one with the highest interest. This is the fourth step that has two options. First, start paying the one with the highest interest. Then, talk to the people that you owe. The rest, if you're paying the one for the bank, you need now to talk to the relative that you owe some money and tell them, yes, I know I owe you this amount, but can you give me some time? Can you give me maybe 6 months and I'll be able to pay your money? This shows that you have integrity. This shows that you're not in a position at the moment to repay that debt, but you are willing to repay that debt. And this is very important. The moment someone knows that you're able to repay this money, it's not that you are refusing to pay them, but now you've requested for time. Trust me, people will be able to understand you. But now the moment you start paying one, and then you're not talking to the other people that you owe money, people will not understand, because again, silence will not tell them that you're planning to pay them one time or one day. But the moment you talk to them and say, please, I need like 6 months, I have another huge obligation that I'm tackling, and if you can allow me and give me a few more months, I'll be able to repay your money. And this is something that gives you, let's say, confidence, and gives confidence to those people that loan you, especially friends, relatives. This is going to make sure that it's keeping your friendship, because again, you're not taking advantage of the relatives, you're not taking advantage of the friends that you have. You repay them. But again, even as you do this, don't delay their money for too long just because they are not requesting for any interest. If you tell them 6 months, you need to be sure that that's 6 months and you're going to keep your word. Because the moment you don't keep your word, next time you borrow from these friends, next time you borrow from these families, they'll not give you anything. So that's the first step. Start paying from the one that has the highest interest, and then talk to the people that you owe the rest of the money and give them a certain date. You can space out these dates. You space out the dates as to when you are going to pay them. If you tell one within 6 months, maybe according to your cash flows, you're able to tell maybe the other person will pay them after 8 months, maybe the other one is after 12 months, but you need to communicate this. And now the second option is this, and this is the most ideal. As for me, this is the most ideal. What you need to do, take one big loan, maybe from an institution, and then clear all the debts. Remember that you put all the debts that you have together. You put all of them together. So take one big loan, clear all these debts, such that you are left with one big loan. You are left with one debt owned to one institution. And then talk to that institution and spread, the moment you're taking this loan, spread it in maybe in a longer period that is not going to strain you, that is going to give you freedom. And then avoid taking more small debts. The moment you do this, now you avoid any further debts. So take one big loan, clear all the debts that you have, and then you are left with one person that you are dealing with. You are left with one institution that you are dealing with. And this is most ideal. This is the most ideal, because again, you'll be able to sort out those friends that you're able to sort out those mobile apps that you've borrowed from. You're able to repay those relatives that you owe, and then now you are left with one institution that now you're able to talk to one person. This is the person that I owe, this is the amount that I owe this person, and this is how I'm going to pay this person. And this is the most ideal. This is the most ideal thing. And then with the bigger loan spread over a longer period of time, this gives you freedom to either save or opt to reduce the loan with the extra finances that you get. You see, let's say I've taken, I had some more debts of 500,000 with different people at different rates. Some that are free of interest, others that maybe cost 15%, others 10%. And now I have taken one loan at maybe 15%. I have paid everyone else that I owe. That means that I have freedom, that I'm not enslaved to 5 or 10 people, but now I'm able to target one person and repay what I've borrowed from this person or this institution at whatever interest that we agree with. And then what this means is that if I'm repaying maybe 15,000 per month to this institution or 20,000 per month, and then within the month God blesses me with more money and gives me something extra, and let's say I get maybe 30,000. What that means, the difference between the 20,000 and the 30,000 that God has blessed me with that month, I can either use the 10,000 extra to reduce the debt. Instead of paying 20 that month, I can repay 30. And that means that I'm reducing the principal of 500,000. Or I can take now the second option and say, instead of repaying this loan with the extra finances that I get, let me use this money and invest. Or even save with an institution, let's say maybe a SACCO or any other institution that is able to generate more income at the end of the day. So this is something that you can do for you to save or even to repay the debt. So if you choose to save, then you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent, because this will help you invest as you continue settling bigger loan. The moment you save, this is able to now help you make more money. It's able to make you invest. you're able now to get freedom. Now you can walk around without looking behind and thinking, who's looking at me? Who do I owe? I owe this person, I owe this other person, I owe this other person. So the moment you take these steps, you are able to get freedom for yourself, freedom for your family, and this is able to take away the anxiety, and it's going to show you the bigger picture of who you are. Now you're able to make sober decisions because you've gotten out of debt. So before we close, allow me to just do a recap very quickly of the four steps. The four steps. That is, accept first that you have the debt. Accept it. It's so real, because at times we have debts, but we don't want to accept that we have them. We are hiding from people. Maybe you're hiding from, you don't want people to know that you have these debts. So first, accept that you have these debts. Then the second step, we said, list all the debts that you have. List all of them. Say family, let's say family member 1, I owe 10,000. Family member 2, I owe 5,000. This bank, I owe 50,000. This app, I owe 30,000. And this friend, I owe maybe 10,000. And then let's say you owe people a total of, let's say, 120,000 or thereabout, or 100,000. And then, what do I do with this? You've listed it. You've accepted that you have these debts. Spread to different people. Spread friends, family, institutions, mobile apps, all of them. Accept that you have those debts. Arrange them. List all the debts. Then arrange them in the order of priority, from the one that you are paying the highest interest to the least that you are paying interest. The one that is giving you more stress. The people that keep on calling you morning and evening, you need to pay their debt, because again, this is giving you anxiety, it's giving you stress. And the moment you have stress, this causes even more issues, maybe in your health and other matters. So you need to make sure you accept, then list all of them, arrange in the order of priority or the order of the highest interest that you are paying, and then take the fourth step of paying your debts. That is, either start paying and talking to the people that you owe to make sure that you spread the period that you are going to pay. And this brings a kind of trustworthiness and a kind of integrity, a kind that you recognize that you owe these people. That is something that is so important, communication, as you pay the highest, the one that has the highest interest. Or take a bigger loan, clear all these other loans, and then you are left with one. And you're able to deal with one institution, which is so easy. It's so easy to deal with one person, more than dealing with 5 or 10 people, talking about the same thing, talking about the same debts. So if you follow these 4 steps, you'll get freedom. Freedom from debt. Freedom for yourself, freedom for your family, freedom for your friends, the people that surround you, and this is able to give you a happy life. So thank you very much. I hope this has given you some good insights. I hope this is really going to help you, and share with those that you hold close to your heart, those that you know are struggling with debts. Share with them. Let them know how to get out of this. And this is going to be a big blessing to them. And so I want to bless you for this, and I thank God for giving you opportunity even to listen to me. Thank you. If you are new, please remember to subscribe, comment, ask any questions. Let us engage each other. Let us share more. Ask any questions and we'll be able even to respond to you. We ask any questions and comment and help other people. Thank you, and God bless you.